I honestly can't decide if I want to do the Hamburglar or Grimace, but that will be the last build for 2021.
Huh. That sounds intense. Wait, but with all of that, you're not even doing a Bucky Barnes video?
I thought about it. We've just done Sam and Steve. I don't think we need 3 Captain Americas on the channel.
Gelonve. Javoits.
What are you doing?
Zenyazits.
Stop.
Raz. Viet.
Stop that.
Viech. Yeviech. Duva Katsuviech.
Stop doing that.
Vavashieno Vienano. Achi. Ro. Soba. Davo.
Well, that was weird. What the? Daga Sovati Chat.
Build reports. December 16th, 2020.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need a metal arm. That's so cool. Next, we need to be an expert at asset elimination and removal, which is basically office talk for shoot people. Next, we need to be a physical specimen. I literally worked out for 5 months trying to get in shape for that intro. Hopefully it worked out. I'm 2 months in at the time of writing this. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your dexterity and intelligence high. Dexterity will be number 1. You can use any weapon, but guns and knives are your bread and butter. Constitution next. Remember that time you died? Me neither, because you didn't die. Intelligence after that. To eliminate your targets, you need to find your targets with some investigation. Follow that up with strength. You can wrestle Steve. It happens a couple of times in the movies, and a whole heck of a lot of times in the fanfics I've read. Charisma is a bit low. You're scary and hot, but not good at persuading people. Finally, we'll dump wisdom. Brainwashing, I'm guessing, is sort of just 100 saves until you eventually fail, but you still fell for some brainwashing. I'm counting it. Bucky is a human, which is nice because we need a couple of feats, and variant humans get a feat at level 1. Sharpshooter lets you get your sniper on, firing at maximum range without disadvantage, ignore all but full cover, and add 10 to the damage rolls of a ranged weapon attack as long as you're willing to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. That's huge at level 1. Heck, it's not bad at level 20. Bump your dexterity and your intelligence with your 2 free points. Take history for your skill of choice, since you were actually there for a lot of historical events, and grab the soldier background for athletics and intimidation, because almost all of those historical events I mentioned were wars or assassinations. Rogues kick things off with 4 skills, so it's a cool idea to kick things off as a rogue if you're planning on multi-classing later. For those skills, acrobatics, stealth, perception, and investigation are my picks, and you can be extra good at 2 of those things with expertise, doubling your proficiency bonus with those skills. I'll go for athletics and intimidation. Stealth is probably the best power building option, but you sort of just storm into a lot of places. Stealth would help you get your sneak attack on, letting you deal an extra d6 of damage once per round if you have advantage on an attack roll or an ally within 5 feet of the person you're attacking. When you're a villain, that's called a cheap shot. When you're a hero, it's called teamwork. Second level rogues get cunning action, letting you dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action, helping you get some distance on a target or get away after you red wedding some Starks. Third level rogues get to choose a roguish archetype, and assassins get to assassinate, so that's neat. This gives you advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't acted in initiative yet, and you automatically critically hit when you attack a surprise target. Crits also double your sneak attack damage, so it's cool that it bumps up to 2d6 here, 4d6 with the assassination. You also get poisoner's kits and disguise kit proficiency, helping you really cake on the eyeliner or put it into someone's food. Would eyeliner work as poison? I bet you're not supposed to eat it. Fourth level rogues get an ability score improvement or a feat. We'll go for more dexterity at the moment for better shots and knife work. It's proper training. But if you had improper training, you might fall off a train and lose an arm. Artificers are good at fixing that up, but not until second level. In the meantime, you get magical tinkering, letting you imbue a tiny non-magical item with some funkiness, small stuff like a pre-recorded message or a puff of smoke. It can be a useful distraction. For your cantrips, Firebolt is a ranged spell attack that deals 2d10 fire damage if you want to use a little more heavy ordnance. Light lets you see in the dark with your dumb human eyes. For first level spells, Jump triples your jump distance for a minute, and Long Strider increases a target's movement speed for a little super serum, just to outclass the normal soldiers. Second level artificers get infusions, special items that let you do more high-tech stuff. A prosthetic limb is a limb that you can use to do things like hold stuff and throw stuff. It's a prosthetic limb, it's pretty self-explanatory. Repeating shot makes a weapon magical and adds 1 to the attack and damage rolls of it. It has unlimited ammo and doesn't need to be reloaded, so you can fire multiple times in the same round with a crossbow. We'll use a crossbow because I don't know if your DM is including guns. This would also work with guns though. Enhanced defense gives a shield or a set of armor +1 to its AC. If you want to use a vibranium shield later, that might be cool. Returning weapon adds 1 to attack and damage rolls with a thrown weapon, and it'll come back to your hand automatically. If your DM is cool, they'll let you yeet your shield, but if they're not, it works on a dagger too. Third level artificers can choose a specialty, and artillerists get an eldritch cannon. You can pick what shape it takes, either a force ballista that shoots a ranged spell attack, dealing 2d8 force damage and pushing back the target 5 feet for a shotgun, a flamethrower that forces a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 15-foot cone and deals 2d8 fire damage to those that fail, or a protector to give creatures within 10 feet of it temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier if you want your turret to be more of a shield. Either way, it can be small or tiny. I recommend tiny so you can hold it in one hand. It's got 18 AC and HP equal to 5 times your artificer level. Hopefully people don't try to shoot your guns while you're shooting your guns. You can also learn some special spells like shield to add 5 to your AC as a reaction, like some sort of shield. Fourth level artificers get another ability score improvement. Cap off that dexterity modifier for the best shooting you can do. Actually, for the best shooting, we'd probably want the archery fighting style, which we could grab from the first level of fighter. That's because first level fighters get a fighting style, like archery, to add 2 to your ranged attack rolls. By the time this build is done, even with a sharp shot, you'll still have a +9 to attack rolls with your sharp shots. You also get second wind, letting you recover 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest. Much like Steve, you could do this all day. Second level fighters get action surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. Thanks to sharpshooter, this lets you pump out some massive amounts of damage, which will get even better once we get extra attack, which we will. Spoilers. Third level fighters can choose a martial archetype. Champions get improved critical, letting you critically hit on a 19 or a 20. Remember how critical hits are really good with sneak attacks? Now you get twice as many. Neat. Fourth level fighters get another ability score improvement. Let's start investing in our intelligence to get the most out of our Eldritch Cannon bonus action. Missing isn't as fun as hitting, but I bet you already knew that. Fifth level fighters get an extra attack, letting you attack twice with your action or 4 times with your action surge. Remember, you can only make 1 sneak attack per turn, but you can wait to see if you critically hit before you pop it, so champion rogues are pretty fun. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement, get that intelligence up higher. Obviously capping it off is going to be the best move, so that's what we're working on. 7th level champions are remarkable athletes, meaning that you can add half your proficiency bonus to any strength, dexterity, or constitution check you're not proficient with, which would include initiative rolls to help you get your assassinate on. You also can add your strength modifier to the distance of a running long jump, and if you think I'm going to waste time talking about 1 extra foot of jump distance, you're sorely mistaken. Seriously, on a standard map, squares are 5 feet by 5 feet. That extra foot is just going to make your DM ask themselves whether or not they want to round up or round down. I suppose with the jump spell up, that would also triple, so it would be 3 feet, but that's still going to be rounding up or rounding down. So in conclusion, that's why I don't want to spend an inordinate amount of time talking about the jumping benefits of the remarkable athlete ability from the 7th level of champion fighter. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement so we can finally cap off the intelligence for maximum blast from your high-tech Hydra stuff, or the stuff you stole from Hydra. That was also smart. 9th level fighters get Indomitable, letting you re-roll a failed saving throw once per long rest, helping you stay in the fight till the end of the line. 10th level champions get another fighting style. Hey, pretty much any fighting style would work for you. I'm gonna go for protection to give creatures attacking an ally within 5 feet of you disadvantage on their attack roll. But if you don't feel like taking the mantle from Steve just yet, dueling would make you better with knives. Maybe go for that. 11th level fighters get another extra attack for a maximum of 6 attacks per round with action surge, with a +16 damage modifier after your capped dexterity modifier, sharpshooter, and repeating shot. That's 6d10 plus 96 magical damage from a heavy crossbow, followed by a shot from your Eldritch Cannon, and maybe even a sneak attack double crit chance. There's potential for this to get nuts. Our capstone is the 12th level of fighter. Since we're not using any concentration spells, there's no reason to formally invest in the constitution. Just grab the tough feat for 40 extra HP at this level. If someone's gonna kill you, they're basically gonna need a wish. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, we just talked about the damage, but yeah, you can deal a lot of damage and all of it's magical. You're also a nice tank with over 200 HP, 19 AC, and medium armor with enhanced defense, and the shield spell to bump it up to 24 3 times per day. Finally, you're highly skilled with capped dexterity, intelligence, expertise in the only strength skill, and a plethora of tool proficiencies to get things done outside of combat. For weaknesses, wisdom is a really common saving throw, and you're really bad at it. Someone with a 2nd level spell, hold person, person can just take you out of the fight. You've also got a limited amount of infusions, so if you're taking prosthetic limb just for roleplay purposes, you're not going to be as powerful as you could be. Finally, you've got limited spell slots, meaning that you won't be shielding all that often. Boy, that was some stretching. Fighters are good, rogues are good, they mix well with fighters, and artificers can take care of a big issue of not having magical damage. You're Hydra's secret weapon, and Hydra is really good at making weapons. Take down your targets, scowl the whole time, and then take some time off. You've been through the ringer. It's okay to take a break every now and then. Unless you're taking a break from supporting our guests, you're not allowed to do that. Check out Scott over at NerdSync, he makes the best videos, and he's got a new one coming out soon.